That's the Black Bulls for you. They are standing up for their comrades, which is one of the reasons why they are such likable characters. Although I'm still pretty upset about Henry's Japanese voice actor, but that's a bit besides the point. First of all is the fact that the corruption of the nobles are extreme. It is also extremely hypocritical. This seems to suggest that all their fear of devils and blah 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 blah, blah like that is very likely because they're afraid of karma. After all, we all know what the nobles did to the elves, even if they were manipulated by a demon when they did that. So we get a little more background here. But otherwise this chapter is short. It's the ending that is actually worthwhile. The Anger and Myth and the Despair Reviewer. This is Black Bull. First off, we see Sister Teresa again. She apparently had welcomed Mary back without any problem before she was taken. Also, it's revealed that the shy snow magic guy is actually working for Sister Teresa. And then we're reunited with Rebecca, who has the newspaper. They even hear it from the orphans. And still, it's kind of disgusting though that that orphans, that little kid that has always mocked Asta is the one who laughs at his picture. But it's worth noting that he actually looks cooler in that picture than in anything else. It looks kind of same, but it's not as good looking. Of course, the captured members laugh, especially the purple and the other guy, because it turns out that the former members of the I Midnight Sun actually didn't escape the kingdom. They are doing community service, much to Raider's infuriation, but they are all being, disciplined by Jack to do that. I guess that kind of makes sense. You need an insane man to fold criminals in line. But then we're also taken back to Klaus, who is back to his original self. And Mimosa actually gives us a little bit background on the heartless man that is Damantio of Kira. Because it turns out that once upon a time he even judged his own father in the past. He is a man who is ready to coldly judge whatever crime for the sake of kingdom and the law. He is the scales of justice. Why did he judge his father? Well, we should not assume that this father of Kira, Damantio, was a good man. After all, he was from the house of Kira. There's only one single person in the house of Kira that can be good. And I'm actually wondering, why isn't she here? Wasn't she the grandniece of the king? I know the fact that no one is gonna listen to her because she is sick or stuff like that, but if the only ones that can command Damantio is the house of Kira, then shouldn't that mean that only she, I forgot her name, but you all who know who I'm talking about, the one girl that Finral did fall in love with, that was engaged to his little brother, she is of house of Kira. If Damantio is subordinate to the house of Kira, shouldn't she be able to come to them all? So either way, all the nobles are kind of look in the courtroom are kind of shocked at seeing. What makes this even more disgusting is the art when they are doing this, because as we see them, they have no eyes. They're drawn with white markings in their eyes, almost like when they were possessed by the desire of the devil. Is that meant to imply something, or is that just to further show how heartless the nobles really are? Either way, Dalmatia takes on the sadistic thing. It's worth noting that this is one of the few times when Asta is actually on the brink of giving up, because he's sweating in nervous anger, because Dalmatia is has much in the palms of the hands. He's saying that even if you were to defeat me, you would become a wanted criminal, and that would also doom the orphanage that raised him, which is, by the way, not right. They cannot judge a church just because they raised him. So he's saying that if you don't want them to be judged, then you should risk yourself and be judged here and now. and he says that no one will save you because they cannot be saved by you. You are evil. But in that one moment, the wall breaks up, and who enters the scene? Well, none other than all of the Black Bulls. Yes, including Sora. And that scene when they all enters the place, even with the Megazord Black Bull, well, no, Battle Bull, it's a very sweet moment of it all. I'm actually more surprised though that Gosh hasn't lost his temper yet. Either way, all the Black Bulls are here. And I have to say, I think Dalmatia did not see that coming. Because he's saying that if you try to cover for the criminal, then you know very well that happened. But we all know Yami. Yami is a freaking badass. He does not care about rules. All he cares about was doing the right thing and being badass while they do it. What is pretty sweet here is that saying that he's pushing it into Dalmatia's face by saying that our Magic Knight are the worst of the worst. So whatever happens to the Black Bull cannot be worse than we already have. And it's already and he is saying that Sekre is a member of the Black Bull. I thought that well, the crazy girl would join the Black Bull because of her situations, but Yami sees Sekre as a member of the Black Bulls. Well, she has black horns, so I guess it makes sense. So with that, he is saying you can shove up your Congress right up your ass. We don't give a damn what treason or crime. We're coming for you bastards, and us that can only be moved by the situation. So yeah, we're about to have a little fight here. The question is though, are more people going to come to Asta's and the Black Bull's aid? I wanna say yes. I mean, as Julia said, that the kingdom needs stability now, but that stability cannot happen as long as the corrupt nobles are still ruling everything. And that's the problem. You cannot fix the corrupt nobles in a day. But someone can stop this. And technically it's the king, but the king is an idiot, so he cannot stop it. I'm still believing that that girl of House of Kira should have some sort of power. And if not, then at least Dalmatia is a heartless man, no doubt. But he also seems to be a man who judges things for what it is, but he's doing sadistic choices. So in a way, I think it should be this should all be placed into a situation where he has no other choice. And what am I saying about that? Well, if you think about it, if all of the magic guilds, the Magic Knights did come to Asta's aid, if Dalmatia said he was going to judge them all, then he has proven himself to be corrupt and stupid. Because if you think about it, if you judge the entire kingdom's military, the entire military that is needed to protect against very likely coming invasions, then you are in trouble. If you are willing to judge all of them just because they're defending one criminal, when you know what kind of power they have, then, well, Dalmatia is an idiot. But then again, we don't know if that will happen. The Black Bulls may just be the Black Bulls. Treason, banishment, execution, well, we'll see. The question though, if they can win against Dalmatia, well, with his magic probably not, but we'll see, won't we? Give me your thoughts, if you have any.